Okay. Can I able to see my screen?
Yes.
Not yet. Can I able to see?
Yes.
Okay, okay. Okay, so today we'll discuss about the release strategy. Okay. So what is the importance of the release strategy? Okay. Every company they have their own restrictions when they are purchasing the products. Okay, on the products maybe they have so many restrictions because if they're buying the consumables, okay, there must be like if you are buying the large number of products and large number of quantity and the value which is increasing, which is impacting on our monthly budget or yearly budget, right? So every time what will be happen, so the company they will be have the policies like you cannot buy these products like this much of the amount. In case if there is any requirement it is there, then you must be get approvals once you create the purchase order. Okay, and the purchase requisitions or purchase orders or agreements, anything which whatever it may be, service synthesis, whatever it may be. Okay, all external and internal purchasing documents. There must be have the approvals which is required for the for value of the product, value of the PO. Okay, because if there is no restriction, what will happen? Okay, if I'm the person user, if keep on I'm creating that every day 2 lakhs 3 lakhs value of the product. Okay, so within the 1 month and 1 week my budget will be exceeded. See, I don't, then it will be impacting on the financial. They could not able to pay the amount to the vendor. Then the stock, a huge stock it is there. So we need to be understand that how it is, how much it is required, how much you are ordering that, and you have the proper approvals from the higher level while you are executing these purchase orders or while you are sending these POs to the vendor. So basically,
Uh,
release strategy is
Ravinder,
nothing but like a approval strategy. Yes,
Mhm.
please. Mm.
Yeah, that's what I was telling. That release strategy means approval strategy, right?
Yeah, it's a approval strategy. Okay, so might be you can define for the 1 rupee also, or you can define for the 1 lakh rupees also. You can define for 1 crore also, even $1 million also. You can define. It depends on your company how they want to be structured that and how many levels they need. That they can design in the release strategy. Okay, so that is called approval strategy. Okay, so we will discuss about the release strategy now. So while you're defining release strategy, okay, so the first point is, okay, what actually you are considering when you are defining your approach strategy. What are the factors you are considering? Did you considering that what type of the product, what type of the PO, right? Because domestic, if suppose domestic it is there, it is INR. If it is abroad, it is there. Then import it is there. Then you dollars it is. Okay, if I'm just considering you local currency and dollar is the same, then within the one PO, my PO exceeded because $10,000 or $20,000 it will be crossing to the my local value, which is like more than 1 lakh. So you want to be differentiate each PO type level whether the values are different. Okay, one is the dollars and one is the euros, one is the okay INRs. Okay, or like you can define that. So generally we'll be considering one is PO type. Okay, different types service POs and consumable POs and domestic POs, import POs. Okay, like you can framework out of POs, like you can define that. So one factor will take it like PO type. Then the second one is okay, different plans are there. Okay, maybe the one plant having the restriction, one plant don't have the restriction because that is manufacturing plant, one is depot plant, or it may be purchasing organization. Okay, so if there is a purchasing organization level restrictions, like if it is a local purchasing organization, they cannot buy more than 1 lakh products. If it is a central purchasing organization, then only they can proceed. So, like, okay, in that case, how we can proceed? So, you can take it up purchasing organization or plant or any factor purchasing group also you can take. Maybe buyer level, buyer group level also you can restrict that. Okay, so mostly either they will go with purchasing group. Most of the companies they will go purchasing group. Okay, Why? Because the buyer group is individually handling the PO. Okay, they might be have the restrictions to rise. Maybe because I am the buyer group, you are the buyer group, but I am the lower level and you are the senior level buyer group. Okay, so in that case, might be you must be have the restrictions. Might be I have the restrictions. Okay, so I can consider purchasing group also or purchasing organization also one of factor. Okay, then other than this one, total PO value. Okay, total PO value one is the factor which we definitely consider because the main factor, the main frame of the PO is we are considering value of PO. So PO value, if it is more than 1 lakh or 2 lakhs or 3 lakhs, 4 lakhs, how you want to be design your levels of the approval that you can consider. So irrespective of these three fields, if you need any other fields to be considered, then you can consider. There is no restriction, but first initially you have to be decided that what are the factors, what are the characteristics you are planning to take. What are the characteristics you are planning to take and design your approval strategy. Clear?
Yes.
Okay. So this is the call characteristics. So the first step one is it's like create characteristics. So what characteristics you are planning to take, that characteristics you are defining, you are creating, you are considering those fields and creating the characteristics. Okay, that is a step one. Then come to the step two. Okay, then step two is okay. Uh, we have multiple characteristics. So multiple characteristics to define to the approval strategy, it's very difficult. So what I will do, I'll just create the group. I'll just assign one group. I will create one group name and I will be assigning these all characteristics. Assigning all these characteristics so that I can take reference as a group instead of individually, because here I can see only 3. Maybe someone have to be 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 characteristics. So multiple characteristics every time if I want to consider, that is very important, right? So I'm just creating one group. So that group represented that these all classes are, these characteristics are there. Okay. So this group we call as class. This group we call as a class group. Okay. So in the class, we are defining class. In this class, we are assigning all these characteristics. So in future, if you are using this class, that class having these characteristics, the group of the characteristics. Okay. Clear?
Yes.
Any questions?
No.
Okay. So now one point you need to be understand that it is not only we are using for the release strategy, we are using for the batch characteristics and material characteristics. There are variant configuration. There are so many processes are there in the other modules. Okay, so how we can define this class is only for the approval strategy. We have the class type. Okay, so that class type will give you that. Okay, so class type it will give that. Okay, what is the characteristics. Okay, okay, what is the process. Okay, so here we are using that 032 is the release strategy. Okay, so when you are using 032 is a type for the class, that class we are using only for the release strategy, not for other process. Okay, if it is a batch, then it is a 023. Okay, if it is a material class, it is a 001. Like that, we have so many things are there. Clear? So in interview point of view, they will ask the questions like, okay, what is the class type for the release strategy?
So it is 032.
032. Okay,
Okay.
because that is the main point here we are using for the release strategy. Clear? Now I have the characteristics, I have the class. Now what I have to do, I have to define the approval group, approval strategy. That means release strategy procedure I have to define. Now I just prepared my master data. Okay, what are the master data which is required? I just prepared. What are the characteristics? I just planned that. Okay, these are the characteristics I have just planned. But now I'm just defining the strategy levels. How you are defining the strategy. For this, what you're doing? The first one is you will be creating one group name. Okay, for a release group name. This is called release group. Okay, this group, because we have different procedures, right? PR is there, PO is there, scheduling agreement is there, all these things are there, right? Okay, if you might be your company, okay, want to differentiate that group separately with each and every procedure, like if it is a PO, then it should be start with the AD, or it may be consumables, it should be start with the AD, or it may be capitals, it should be start with the CA. Like if they are saying that, okay, then we have to be create one group name, that is two characteristics, anything which you can create, and you will be assigning here the class, the above which I created class. So this is the way which I am connected my characteristics class to my release strategy. Okay, clear? Is it clear?
Yes.
Okay, so that I just reference group I have created. Then by using this reference group, I am going forward. By my design will be designed. Okay, so then in this group, what are the levels are there? That means we call as a release codes. Okay, these are the call levels. Okay, if suppose you project manager is there, then team lead is there, then okay, senior manager is there, then project lead is there, then delivery head is there, then CEO is there, CFO is there. So many levels are there, right? So how many levels it is there? How the levels you can define? Okay, okay. So that when you are designing your strategies, you are designing strategy, you can give it that okay for 1 lakh above, 1 lakh below, then only team lead and project manager approval is enough. We don't need all the approvals. Then if it is 1 lakh to 2 lakhs, then I need approval from the senior manager. Then if it is a 2 lakhs above, 2 3 lakhs, then it is a CFO approvals. Like that, you can define that different levels. So here we are defining the our levels. How many levels are there? I just defining. Okay, overall levels of defining. Still, I'm not structured. I'm just defining that my levels. Generally, how many levels are there? Okay, clear?
Yes.
Is it clear? Any questions?
No.
Okay, okay. Then I'll be defining that release indicator. So these release indicators are standard. You can use, or you want to be create. You can create. So here, how it will be like. Okay, if I have the three levels of approvals, suppose my project manager and team manager and team lead, project manager, team lead, and district manager or someone who has to be approved. Suppose let's say first manager is approved, okay, or maybe first team lead is approved. Then so is that enough? If I team lead is approved for the PF, because I said three levels of approvals are required. So in that case, if team lead is approved, I cannot use that PO for further because still two approvals needed. Okay. So then again project manager. Then project manager, even if project manager is approved also, okay, still the PO is not released because still it is pending one user. That is like district manager. So like how the indicators will work, release indicators, like for initially status was blocked, then it will be like release. So how that is the defining in the release indicator. Clear? So this is the status. Status is like blocking that. Okay. Status like whether that status was blocked or still it is in the release process, how it related. Okay. Clear? Is it clear? Any questions?
No.
Okay.
No.
Now we are defining the strategies. Okay, we are defining the strategies. The strategy 1, strategy 2, strategy. So what is your strategies in your company? Like if they are saying that okay, capex materials, or they are saying that domestic POs, and if they are saying consumables POs, then they are saying that if they have different type of POs, how they are planning, like 1 lakh above, 1 lakh below, 2 lakhs above, 2 lakhs below, 3 lakhs above, 3 lakhs below, like that, how they are planning. That strategies you are creating here. How many, maybe a number of strategies you can create. Okay, suppose I'm just creating that S1 strategy. S1 strategy explaining that, okay, it's like a less than 1 lakh. Okay, less than 1 lakh, which is like a purchasing organization. Okay, or maybe you can take group, purchasing group, which is like something 000 or 0001 or 0002, like, okay, and I can say document type is, which is standard document type or domestic PO, whatever it may be. I'm just giving that. Okay, because I just taken these three, right? The PO, document type, purchase group, and purchasing value, right? So the value which is 1 lakh above, 1 lakh below, okay, that means it is covering that 0 to 1 lakh below. Then purchasing groups I define these three purchasing groups. And document type it is NB. Okay. So then if you want to define for strategy 2, you can define the strategy 2, which is like again 1 lakh above, because 1 lakh below already defined, right? So 1 lakh above and 1 lakh are above are equal, because equal is not covered, right? So then I'll just put that 1 lakh above equal. Then I'll put like 10 lakhs to 10 lakhs, till 10 lakhs. Okay, that means it's covering 10 lakhs value also. Okay, so here it is, this is one, and I can define that purchasing group and 000, like all I can define like document type. So like you can define your n number of strategies when you're creating the purchasing orders, when you're creating the purchase requisition, when these characteristics values are matching, the system immediately designing that, okay, okay, this is the related to S1 strategy, this is the related to strategy 2. Then what? If it is strategy 1, strategy 2, what? So I said that here in the 1 lakh below, okay, 1 lakh below, there is a project manager approval required, then team lead approval required. Okay, in case of maybe factory point of view, like a shop floor point of view, if you want to be considered that, might be shop floor level, what are the levels it is there, you can design that. Okay, so it depends. It's just I'm just giving that the namings like project manager, but you can go with like shop floor level, like Executive, non, okay, technical analyst. So like they have so different, right? That you can define that. Okay, so I just said PM approval required, team leader approval is required. So first TM will be approved. The first approval will be go to team lead, then second approval will go to PM level, right? The next one is to PM approval will go. Okay, so that means even if TM is approved, it is still block stage only. Block stage only. When PM is approved, then only the PO is released. When PM is approved, then only the PO is released. Then you can use that PO for the further, like, whatever maybe you want to be sent to the vendor, you want to be create any other documents like that, you can use. Until it is approved, then it is blocked only. Clear?
Yes.
Okay. So this is very important procedure because most of the companies they will be used. Okay. I'll just show you that. But one thing is, you must be understand that only one class can be used, the entire purchasing documents. Okay, only one class can be used for entire release procedures, for all purchasing document procedures. So when you are defining the characteristics, when you are defining the class, okay, whatever the class you defined, the same class you should be used for all the procedures.
That is 032.
Okay, sorry.
Is this 032 which we have to use for all the documents?
Not 032 is common. Okay.
Okay.
I'm just saying that whatever the class you created, this is
Okay.
class type. Class
Yes.
whatever you created, the same class you have to be used for the entire all the procedure for all the external purchasing documents.
Okay.
Clear? So if suppose you created one group, Silas created one group, and I created one group, then I say that I will use some other class, you will be use some other class, Silas will be use some other class, then that is not acceptable. Okay. So entire all only one class should be used. That means one class name should be used. Okay. Clear?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Now go to SPRO, SAP reference IMG, and material management, then purchasing. Then you can go to purchase orders, purchase requisition, anything you can go. Then here there is a release procedure for the purchase orders. Then you can see the release defined release procedure for the purchase orders. Okay. So this is what we discussed as a group, code, indicator, strategies, right? Is it correct? What we define?
Yes.
Okay. So the first thing is you have to create the characteristics and class. Okay. So this characteristics and class is the master data which you can define in the production directly. Okay, it is not necessary. Okay, you have to be transferred from the development to quality to production. It is not possible at all. Okay, you have to be individually have to create that the characteristics. Okay, the individually have to create the characteristics and class at the time of quality and at the time of production systems manually how to create. Okay, clear? But this was the entirely it is like configuration, so you cannot do directly in the production system. Clear? Now these characteristics how to create, then you can use the CT04 transaction code or you can go to this part. Okay, so one thing you need to be understand here, when you are defining the characteristics, how the system knows about that these are the field names, because PO, I cannot say simply PO type, I cannot say simple purchasing group, right? So the system will understood only technical name, what it is defined in the table level. So we have the multiple tables, which is further, these are to be called as a communication structures. Okay. Communication structures. Okay. So each and every process like purchasing requisition, we have the separate communication structure. Purchase orders and scheduling agreement and contract, we have the one communication structure. Service and receipt, we have separate communication structure like that we have. Okay, so here you can see this is the communication structure for PO. If you are creating for PO or contract or scheduling agreement, you can use this CAKO. Okay, and the CE ban, this is for the purchase requisition, only for internal document. Okay, so this is for PR communication structure. So we discussed earlier. We have discussed earlier. One. Okay. What is the internal document? What is the external document we have? Internal document. What is the external document we have?
You're not audible.
What are the internal document? What is the external document? Internal purchasing document, external purchasing document. PR only, it's an internal purchasing document. We have discussed so many times.
Yes, yes. If it is internal purchasing document, then if it is it is used by that particular team only. But if it is external, then other department also can use.
Not other departments. It will go to the external outside. Okay, it means
Yeah.
it will go to suppliers. Okay, the information will go to suppliers, right? That's why we called it RFQ. It will go to vendor. PO will go to vendor, and contract will go to vendor. Scheduling agreement will go to vendor, right?
Yes.
All these we call it a external purchasing document. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ravindra,
So
these tables
if you
you
are
have
planning
written
to,
here.
sorry.
these tables you have written here, CEKKO and CEBAN. So EBAN we used to see our PR we have created, right?
So that the fields, whatever you are considering here, you must be take the field name from this table.
Okay.
Okay. So this is the not the database table. This is the communication structures. So
Okay, that's why C is there.
Communication structures can see only in the SC11, not in SC69.
Okay.
Clear? Structure is
So if
different.
it is,
Data structure.
yeah, so if it is EBAN, then data table, right?
Database table, that is.
Database table, right?
Storing purpose. That is storing purpose. This is
Storing
the
purpose,
structure purpose.
communication, right?
Clear? So SC11 only we can see this one. Okay. So we
like
have
SC16 and we are used to see in database. Okay, got it.
Okay, so you can, this is for the PR and this is for the PO, stage agreement, contract, RFQ, all these things we can use. Okay. Clear?
Yes.
It is not only for PO, we can use for the contract, we can use for scheduling agreement, we can use for the RFQ. Okay, all these things. So there is one more also it is there, that is for the CSSR. Okay, that is for the service center sheet. Okay, if you have planning for a service center sheet, the service center sheet if you are planning, then it is a CSSR. Okay, clear?
Yes.
Okay, now I'll show you this SC11 table, how to go. /O SC11. Okay, then you must be enter this table name, the CKKO. Okay, then go to display. Okay, then you can see that this is the communication release strategy. Okay, this is communication release strategy. So this structure have the field names. Okay, the structure have the field name. You can take the field name of that what you are planning to use. Okay, take that field name and enter that. Clear? What you're planning here, suppose my example, I'm just planning to take PO type. So where is the PO type here? PO document type. It might be for in the top. Okay. So this is the order type. Okay. Document type, order type, both are same. Okay. So that means I will take BSCART. Okay. This field name is.
These are the standard, Ravindra?
These are the standard only.
Okay.
Okay. So these are the field standard. So BSCART is the field name. So when I'm defining the structure, so I'm defining the characteristics, I will just enter that what is the table name and what is the field name. Okay. Clear?
Yes.
Okay, because I said that characteristics we are using so many procedures. When you are defining itself, you have to be restricted. This is for the release strategy. This is for the batch. Okay. Clear? So that's what we just go for the communication release strategy determination purchase. Okay, now purchasing group. What is the purchasing group field? This is the purchasing group. That is a
BKGRP.
This is one component name is EKGRP. Okay. EKGRP. Okay. And the total PO value. Okay, you can take in the down total net order value or PO total order value. You can take total net order value. That is the GNETW. Clear?
The component and component type is same, no?
This is for the technical team. Above purpose they are created component type. Okay. Here we can use component directly. Okay. Clear?
Yes.
So here the characteristics, the data type and length is important because here you are defining here and the same you are entering the values here. The values should be matched. If suppose you are putting like numeric value, but in the here if you define the characteristics like it's not a data, it's not a numeric type, then it won't be allowed. So these characteristics where numeric it is there, numeric have to be entered. Where it is characteristics it is there, characteristics have to be entered. Okay. So the system automatically picking the data from the data dictionary. Okay. Clear? The system automatically pick that characteristics and the length, everything it will take automatically. You should not change that values. Clear?
Yes.
Okay. So now I'll go to first characteristics, define the characteristics. I will create one characteristic. So I'm just planning to create for PO with document type. Okay. So document type diversity. I'm just creating a diversity. Okay. So first time I'm creating, so I'll just go with the create button. Okay. Then I'll be entering that. You can enter the description or you can go to additional data. Okay. There you have to be enter your table name and field name, structure name and field name. What is the reference name? So CEKKO. Then what is the document type, field name, BSAR. So I'm just entering the BSAR. So then the system which is taking all the information from the above dictionary data tables, the format and length, all these things. Okay, then it will be coming that okay, this data type is characteristics. The numeric number of characteristics is 4. Okay, you should not change these two. Okay, and the description also is copied automatically. Okay, clear?
Yes.
Clear? Now here we have the assignments, which is like a single value and multiple values. Okay, so in case if you're putting that single value, then it will be only allow for the NB document type. You cannot use for an multiple value, multiple document type. If you have the multiple document types concept, then you can select the multiple values. That means the same concept for the standard PO, the same concept for the consumer PO, the same concept for the subcontracting PO, because we have multiple document types, right? So unless I don't want to create multiple strategies for each and every procedure, I can go with the same. Okay, in that case, you can use the multiple values. Then I can assign, and like how I assign here 0001, 0003 purchasing groups, I assign into the one strategy, right? So like multiple values you can give. Clear? Then values. Okay, if you know that, okay, if you know the values, you can enter that. Like if you have the NB document type, if you know, then if you know ZNB, you know. Okay, if you know that, you can enter all these values. If suppose at the time of initially you don't know what is the document types and all, then you can give the blank. There is no problem. You can give the blank. Then I'll just put that additional values. Additional values is nothing but like a okay. At the time of defining my strategies, I can enter manually the values. Okay, it's not only what defined here. It will come automatic. It will allow to enter the manually also at the time of strategies creation. Clear? Is it clear?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm just saving the characteristics here. So the first characteristic which I created. So let's note down these characteristics. Then EKGRP, purchasing group. Okay. So purchasing group, again I'll just put that PGR, purchase group. Okay, I'm just creating this one. Okay, and I know the table name which I already entered, and field name I know here EKGRP. Then enter all the data which is coming, purchasing group, characteristics, number of land, and purchasing values. Then okay, additional data which you like values, you can see that additional values. Okay, I'll just show you that here. I'll just don't enter the additional values. Okay, I'll just put only 001. I'll just enter my values here. Okay, I'll just defining like this one. Okay, I'm not entering additional values here. Okay, clear?
Yes.
I'll show you how it will be happen in that case. Okay, so now this is also I created. Any questions? Then I'll be creating the next one, total PO value. Okay, TPO or something which I'm creating. Okay, this is where just understanding purpose we are creating. Okay, my own characteristics I'm creating. So CKKO and what is the name for film? GNETW. GNETW. Okay, so now see that now it is the currency. It is showing the currency. Okay, and the number of characteristics it is like 15. Before that it is 4. Now it is 15 because it is the total net order value. The value might be it is more than 10 digits, 20 digits, 15 digits, 12 digits, right? Will be accepting. Still how much it is. And I'm just entering the what currency system should be considered to calculate the value. Okay, and mostly okay value when you are assigning the value of the currency value when you are assigning to the um, strategy level, always it is a single value only, because I can say here I can say only less than 1 lakh to less than 2 lakhs, less than 3 lakhs, like that. I cannot say that okay one is the 1 lakh 1 lakh above, one is 1 lakh below, like that. I cannot assign multiple values. So in this case I can go with the single value, and you can see internal values are there. Internal values is nothing but like a between. Okay, in my example if you see that I just given the example like between the 1 lakh to 2 lakhs, right? Between the 1 lakh to 2 lakhs, in that case you must be it must be system should be allowed the intervals from unto, that means 1 lakh to 2 lakhs between. Okay, so that's why I just selected the intervals values here. Then again additional values. Okay, you can define your own values if you have. Maybe if you are defining only for the 10,000, then you have to enter 10,000 only. If you are defining 20,000, then only 20,000 only you can define. Okay, so I don't want to be restricting anything the values here, so I'm just putting the additional values. So now I just created this one also. So any questions on the characteristics creation? Any questions on the characteristics creation? All right. Okay. Now, as a procedure, first we define the characteristics here. Okay, the characteristics are defined. Now I will go to step 2, class defining. Okay, I'll just define my class. So I'll put like jpo underscore cl underscore. Okay, if you have anything which you can define. Okay, maybe whatever it is like you can define. Then enter the class type 032. So as I said, we have so many class types are there, which is like metal class, variant class. Every module they are using this class types and all. So you must be used that 032 only. Okay, 032 only you have to use. Okay, then click on create. Now you define that what is the class. Okay, so PO, maybe you can put like domestic PO or something, whatever it may be. What are the PO? Okay, PO class, which I define. Okay, or you can put that release class, release strategy class, you can define. Then go to characteristics, then you will be assigning that all the characteristics here. So whatever you created the characteristics, you are assigning here. 1, 2, then 3. This is the tree. Okay, so I just assign my characteristics. Okay, then save. Okay, if you want to see, you can go again and go to display. Just see that. Okay, this is the what which we have created for this class. Whenever I'm using this class, the system will be considered that these are the characteristics. Clear? Is it clear? Okay. So this is the transaction code is CL02. Class, if you are defining that, you can directly go to CL02. Okay. So we just ready with the master data. Now we'll be go to strategies defining. Is it audible?
Yep.
Okay. So no questions, right? Has on now no questions, right? Okay. So I'll just go
No.
back. Characteristics class which we are defined now. So all we have now go to my release procedure for purchase order. I'm just defining for procedure. Okay. So now what you need to do, you just check that is there any other release groups are created. Okay. My rule is what I'm using the class only should use for the entire procedure, entire my system. Okay, so you should not use someone is creating a PO, now I will be creating this something, I will be assigning my own style. Okay, it's not like that. So you should use only one. Okay, so then what you need to do, you have to delete the existing one. Okay, you have to delete the existing all the thing. So when you are deleting the any release groups or release codes or strategies, okay, make sure that the connectivity, that means the how it will like the higher level is the release group, the lower level is the release course, then lower level again it is strategies. So what you need to do, you need to delete first strategies, the links you have to delete, then the upper level, the finally you have to delete the upper level, that is the release group. So first you have to delete that, the lower level whatever the lower level whatever it is there, that you have to delete. So what is the lower level here? Strategies.
Yes.
I'm just go to strategies. If anyone who created delete, I'll just delete from here. If you're not doing like this one, okay, if you're not doing like this one, if you deleted directly group, then what will be happen? The inconsistency. Okay, see here, so many red marks are there. So they are inconsistency. So that you cannot in future you cannot able to create delete these levels, these strategies, because your higher level you deleted, now strategies you are planning to delete, there is no, because the connectivity all it is disconnected, all it's breakdown. So the lower level all it is gone. So all it is inconsistency. Database level it is not deleted, but higher level we have deleted, right? So max, if you are doing like that, you will get to these errors like inconsistency. Okay, make sure that first you have to delete that strategies. Clear? Point is clear? Is it clear?
Yes.
Okay. First you have to
Yeah.
define, first you have to delete the strategies, then release indicators, then release groups. Because sorry, release codes and release groups. Okay. So delete this one. First I deleted my lower level chain, which is connected to my group strategies. Okay. Then I'll go back. Then indicators are common. Okay, you don't need to do any, because this is not connected to any of the release group or release code. It is just for the blocking and the group, so you don't need to delete the indicators. Then codes, the group and the code is connected, so now I'll be deleting that. Select all and delete. Okay, then finally what you can do, finally you can delete the release groups. Okay, clear? Is it clear? Okay, so now release groups, release codes, release indicators created. Now everything it is fresh. Now I don't have any groups created. Now I'll create my own style of group. Okay, maybe I can create RG1 two levels, which RG I can create. And I'll be assigning my class. What is my class here? I didn't copy that.
0322.
I'll just go to /cl02. This is the my class. So that class I'm assigning here. Okay, and you can mention that what is the group name. Okay, group for what. Okay, might be you can you can put at consumables, or maybe product structure, product names, product categories, maybe whatever it may be, you can put like that. Okay, so I'm just putting like this one. Like you can define a number of release groups, but class should be same. Okay, group and class should be same. Okay, now I'm save. So first step is this one. So you can create multiple also. Okay. Now I'll be defining the codes, the levels. Okay. Okay. Someone already having the same. Okay. That's why the inconsistency which is coming again. Okay. I'll do RG. Someone is already created. Okay. I'll just delete this one again. Someone is used. So this is what inconsistency it will come. If it is not deleted at database level, then all the data again it will be populated. I'll delete this one. I'll just do one thing. RS I'll delete. I'll just put RS. Let's see. I'm just creating RS. Okay. Let's see in the RS anything. Okay, there is no. Okay. Now I'm just defining the codes for RS. So I'll just put like maybe I can use numeric 01, 02, 03, or maybe I can use alphabetic also. Okay. And if you have the workflow consultant and workflow design, it is there. You can define like no workflow going to the group code and plan, and the role resolution with user exist that you can use. So generally, most of the companies they are using one if they have the release strategy with workflow. Okay, if the configuration workflow it is designed, the consultant, okay, then they can use one which will be they're sending with standard. Okay, if they are assigning 9, that is the customized one. Okay, so I'm just putting that general manager. Then I'll put that RS. Then what I can choose district manager. Then I'll put that RG AM area manager. Then RG okay SM state manager or something. Okay, CFO. Then I'll put RG. Okay, I'll put that name CF. I'll put CF here. Okay, and CO. So like maybe you can define marketing managers or somebody area manager or shop floor manager, shop floor lead. Okay, technical you can define. Okay, so BRG. Okay, RS it is. Sorry, RS. Define RS, right? Okay. Okay. So these are all configuration. Okay, so these are we can move with the transport number which is created. The transport number we can move to quality and production. But when you defining the characteristics and class, the system not created any transport request number. So you cannot create you cannot transport these data into the other system. So you have to manually design the characteristics and class in the individual system level. Clear? Okay. Now I'll go back. The codes also defined and the indicators anyway it is there. Now I'll be going with strategy. Okay. Now I'll be defining my own one strategy. Let's design one strategy, which is like RS is the group, and I'll be put like strategy one, and I'll put like less than 10,000. Okay. And I'll just mentioning that what is the release codes here. So I just say that only general manager and only district manager is enough. Okay, or area manager is enough. Okay, like I'll just put that. Okay, first general manager have to approve, then it will go to area manager. So you can click on the release prerequisites here. You can see that the first it will go to general manager, then it will go to another area manager. Okay, so how it will go? If I selected 3 or 4, if I selected that district manager also, okay, then it will come. Now first it will go to general manager, then it will go to area manager. General manager and area manager is released, then it will go to the district manager. Okay, the first one general manager, then after that area manager, general manager, area manager released, then it will go to district manager.
Ravindra, this 2 ticks means first 2 ticks means it will last, third approval, right?
This is third approval. This is the TM is the last approval, third approval.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we have to give 2 ticks. If if we give two ticks to GM, then it will go to
AM. It will go to AM. Okay.
okay.
So then go to release status. So then it will check that first. So initially it is not approved, then it is the block stage. Then first general manager is approved, then it is still block stage. Then general manager and area manager approved, then still block stage. Then finally general manager, area manager, district manager, all the approvals are done. Then it is a PO is released. Clear?
Yes.
Clear? Okay.
Yes.
Now after this one, save. First you have to save. The first two steps it is completed, you have to save. Then you have to go to classification. Okay, then you can see that my classifications, because my class which is SNZPO underscore class, okay, that characteristics which is copied here. So you can give the values, what values you have to give. Okay, so now you can give that what document types you have. Suppose I have document type NB. So now I just show you order type. So here multiple options I can enter, because I said that the system is allowing to that multiple values. So system is allowing now to enter the multiple values. If the suppose purchasing group it is there, okay, it is not allowing to additionally to enter manually. So system only capturing that the information what it is defined in the characteristics level. Okay, from here you have to be selected whether I have to take which one and what are the characteristic values. So that is the difference here, additional values. Okay, clear? Cannot define in future. If I create a new purchasing group, I cannot assign that. I have to go again really characteristics level, and I have to be enter that the information. Then I have to be used that. Okay, that is what restriction. Clear? So
Yes.
in this above, additional values are allowed. So system is allowing to that even if I'm entering that additionally a number of document types, it is allowing. But here it is not allowing because we have defined only values, not selected additional values. The time of characteristics values. Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So then you have to be entered that the not total net order value.
Ravindra, we cannot go back and edit that field then,
You can edit where.
that additional values.
You can define, no problem. That you can do, no problem. Okay.
Okay.
Just stuck here. So now it is stuck here. I'll just stop here. I'll go again. Material management and purchasing, then purchase order, then release strategy for purchase order, to find release strategy for purchase order, then strategies, go to strategy. Okay, it is already locked here. Okay. I'll go again. Now the classification here. I'll just assign that NB document type and I'll just assign that 000. Then I'll be assign here the value of 110,000 below. Okay, so must be follow the format. Okay, just once you enter this one arrow mark, okay, the symbol, then you have to give space, then enter the your value. Okay. Then what is the meaning of this one? When pivot is matching with document type NB, matching with purchasing group 000, and matching with total net order value 10,000 below, then the system will be checking the strategy and picking the strategy. Okay, clear? Then I'll go to release simulation, check that how it will works. Go to simulate release. Okay, the first it will go to general manager, then it will go to AM manager, then it will go to DM manager, then it will be released. Okay, so this is just for the checking purpose. Okay, save. Now my strategy is ready. One strategy was ready. I'll just go to ME21 and creation of PO. Okay, and document type NB, and there is no vendor restriction. You can use any of the vendor. Okay, then I don't have any restriction on purchasing organization. Only restriction on purchasing group. Then and document type. Okay, and the value. Okay, so now I'll just enter that my values. Okay. Okay, now let's see the value of this. Okay, if I just given that one, okay, the condition value is, okay, the condition value is $195.38, okay, which we have already taken dollars only. Now let's see all the information which you can see that delivery in the all these tabs. Okay, now I just click on check. Okay, now the system is populating that extra tab. Where is that tab? Did you see that any tab here? Extra? There is a release strategy tab is there.
Yes.
Okay, so here it is populating that general manager, area manager, district manager. Okay, so initially the status of the PO is blocked. So once I save this one PO, okay, the PO is the status was blocked. Okay, so it is still it is not approved. Still it's not approved. Okay, so this is the way. What will be happen? It will go to first general manager approval. So in case if they have a workflow configuration, what will be happen? It will go to workflow overview. Okay, and it will define the workflow. If they have the workflow are defining. See here, it will go to PO approval. So this is the PO, right? If they are configured that, okay, in the system it is configured, then it will come. Okay, it will go to that person. Okay, whoever they define that person. Okay, so what will happen? How the system knows that this general manager is the particularly who user? Okay, that what you will do? Go to SPRO. I have okay. SPRO. Go to SAP reference IMG and reference. Go to material management. Then purchasing. Then purchase order. Here in the release strategy, you can see that there is a workflow button is there. Workflow button. Okay. If you have the workflow consultant, you can define that. Okay, boss, this RS. Okay, and when general manager. Okay. Okay, general manager. Then he the user. Username you are entering the username. The person name you are entering the here. Okay. So if suppose I don't have multiple user IDs, right? I'll just enter my name, but let's see. Okay, so like I will be entering that my ID number. Okay, so that means the whoever the agent ID which is assigned the user ID, that user ID will get the notification. Where you will get the notification? Okay, in the SAP standard, okay, you can see that there is a button here, business workflow. Okay, initial we discussed, right? One mail, how it will get mails and all.
Yes.
So here you can see that there is inbox, outbox and all, it will be there. Okay, so inbox and outbox, they will get the mails. Okay, clear? In
Yes.
case if their external mail ID is configured, okay, basis team the external mail ID is configured, that external mail IDs are defined, then they will get mail. Then you can see in the SOST. Go to SOST. In the SOST level, you can see that any notifications which is done. Okay, it will go to that particular person. Who are the receptionist which is there, that will be go to that mail ID. Workflow mail IDs will go. Okay, so this is the way workflow will be work. Okay, so must be have the workflow consultant for that. Okay, so once you are defined this one, okay, if suppose I'm creating again, let's see, because I just assigned my name. Let's see it will work or not, because workflow consultant is required. But let's try. If it is working, then okay. If it is already configured. So until the PO entirely released, you cannot take the printout. Because if you're taking printout, that means you are sending that information to vendor. So the system not allowing to do the any printout because you are still not approved. Okay, so you can see here, go to and workflow overview. Okay, so the send mail to peer approval, please release approval. Okay, this is what which we are getting. Okay, so I'll just go to my transaction code, which is like SPWP, which I shown right just now. SPWP is the same what we shown in box and outbox. Right? So let's see if there is anything which is there. So still it is not there because the release approval it is the workflow which is not designed completely. Okay. So I'll just start workflow. Let's see if I'm getting any errors or not. Okay. So the objects and everything it is not defined at. Okay. It is not defined properly. So that's what we are not getting any mails. Okay, but if it is there, then it will get. Okay, you'll get the notification. Clear? My processor name is coming. See here, my processor name which is coming. So that person will get the this mail. Okay, clear?
Yes.
So in case if I don't have the approval, then workflow, then you can directly go to ME29N. ME29N. The transaction code is ME29N. Okay, or there is the one more transaction code which is ME28. So ME28 is individual. Okay, so if you have the authorizations, approvals, profile, okay, if you given only role to the particular user, then individual level they can assign. Okay, if you go to ME29, then all the levels it will display. Okay, see, I will show you here. ME29N. I'm there in the ME29N, the transaction code. You can see. Okay, so here what will be happen? I can enter my PO number 742. Then the system is it's showing up for me for approvals for all the levels. I can do first level, second level, third level, like that I can do. Okay, but I'm not saving here. Okay, I'll just go back. If I'm go to ME28, okay, what will be happen? You must be enter that your group name. Okay, that means the person who have the okay. What is the code? GM, right? Okay, GM, general manager, and the code was RS. Okay, then you can give the document number. If you have the document number, you can give, or you can if you don't have, then okay. Then what is happen? So I am the person. I have only have the role which is for the GM. I have only level of GM. If I enter something which is like PM or something, it won't be allowed because it won't give display anything because you don't have the authorization to that role. So this is the way also we can control. So now I have the role, so I can see that okay, this is assigned. I can assign. Okay. So individually level, if you want to approve, then you can go select and click on release, then it will be released. Then save. If I save this one, the first level was approved. Then I will go to PO. I'll just go to refresh this one. PO. Then I'll just see that the first level approval is done. Okay. The second, third, which we are not assigned any name, user IDs, then it will display like blank. So like you have to be approved for all the levels, AM, DM level. Yeah, me 28. Or if you want to do at a time for practicing purpose and all, you can do at one time with approving all by selecting here go to release strategies, and I'll just to release first level, second level here. Then save. So the approvals are released. All it is approved. So now you can see the status of this one. If I refresh this one, the approvals are released. All the levels are approved. So now status wise released. Okay. So this is the what configuration we have to do for the approval strategy. So you can define your n number of styles of definition, but there should not be any duplicate. If there is any duplicate, then you won't get that. Okay, that means if it is 1 lakh, you define 1 lakh, then again you are defining 1 lakh to 2 lakhs, then it's wrong, because below 1 lakh, then from 1 lakh. So there is a two strategies which is saying that 1 lakh is matching. So that is duplicate. Clear? The clear?
Yes.
Okay, then so do practice then what? Okay.
Yes.